Hey, so welcome back and welcome to the first breathing technique video for the flow training program. Now, rather than have one long video where we dive into all the different aspects of this technique, what I was thinking was we would instead break it down into shorter videos so that you can learn one step at a time. Now, this system, or this technique rather, is really simple, but there are some pieces to it, and I would really like to take a little bit of time to explain each part of it to make sure that by the end, you not only understand the technique itself, but you understand why it's so powerful. Okay? So the first thing we're going to talk about is how to sit. Now, normally, when I breathe, I sit on the floor. I sit cross-legged, I use a block to prop myself up a little bit, and I'll go into that maybe in a little bit later in the program. But I think for most people, the idea of sitting cross-legged on the floor is actually really hard. So I was thinking that for this first video, I would actually use a chair, okay? So as you can see, I'm sitting in a chair. I want to have my feet flat on the ground. What's really important also is if you do have a backrest, don't lean back, okay? Because as soon as you lean back, you're kind of relaxing. And the goal here isn't to relax. In fact, the goal is to get focused. The goal is to take control of fear and stress, right? And I can't do that if I'm too relaxed, all right? So what I want to see is a nice posture. So I want you to have your feet flat on the ground, knees pointed forward, and I want to make sure that you have a good posture. So you're not super stiff, but you're not, kind of hunched over this way either. So good posture, shoulders back, chest out, back nice and straight. Hands can be on your lap like this. You can cup them this way if that's more comfortable for you. You can have them open. Some people like to touch their thumb to their index finger this way. That part doesn't really matter, but kind of pick one and stick to it. Next thing is you're going to close your eyes. Okay, so you close your eyes, you're in your position, you close your eyes. And the first thing we're going to focus on is breathing in and out of the nose. Okay, now a lot of different breathing techniques will tell you to breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, breathe in and out through the mouth, breathe in and out through the nose. All of those have a reason. For this particular technique, we're going to breathe in and out through the nose. Now, if you're completely congested or for whatever reason you can't, then breathe out of the mouth. But if you can, please breathe in and out of the nose. Okay, so eyes are closed. And for this first part, all we're going to focus on is breathing in and out of the nose with your eyes closed, sitting in this position. For some people, that's going to be super easy and you'll be able to skip to the next video very quickly. For some people, it's actually going to be hard. Why? Because in this super fast-paced world, not that many people actually just sit and breathe with their thoughts. Sitting with your own thoughts, sitting with your stress, sitting with your fear, that can actually be kind of scary for some people. So the goal of this first video, this first lesson, is really just to get used to sitting there with your thoughts, with your breath, with your fear, and with your stress. Okay? So, hands on your laps, hands on your lap, eyes closed. You're going to breathe in through the nose. Now, when you get to the end of that inhale, I actually want you to hold that breath for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale slowly back through the nose. One more time, breathe in. Hold your breath for 3, 2, 1, and exhale. So for step one, that's it. I just want you to get used to two things. Sitting in this position, breathing in and out through the nose. I'm going to give you a quick science lesson now. Why are you breathing in and out through the nose? So the nasal cavity is connected to a part of the brain known as the limbic system. The limbic system does a whole bunch of different stuff, is responsible for a whole bunch of different things. But one thing it does is it regulates your automated nervous system. Okay, so that's your sympathetic system and your parasympathetic nervous systems. Now, your sympathetic and parasympathetic systems are actually your stress response. Okay, so your sympathetic system, so let's say something scary happens, right? You inhale very quickly. That's your sympathetic system. Everything goes on high alert, right? You become kind of stiff, you become super focused, so that's your sympathetic system. That's a good system to have because if something's going on, you want to be focused, you want to be alert. The problem is most of us get stuck in that state, right? So that quick fear response is good because it's going to give you that energy boost, it's going to give you that extra focus. But if you stay in that state for too long, it can ramp up very quickly and turn into a very negative fear response, right? That's where you can start shaking, your focus becomes kind of all over the place. That's what you don't want. So the way that you take control of that initial response is to regulate it with the parasympathetic nervous system. So the parasympathetic nervous system is your relaxation response. So think about, you get stressed, you inhale, but when you relax, you exhale. And that exhale, especially when you do it through the nose, because the nose is connected to the brain, is going to trigger the response of the parasympathetic system, which helps to relax you. So you practice inhaling first, and then you practice the exhale to relax. So as you're doing your breath training, as you're breathing in and out, think about that. Think about as you're breathing in, everything gets kind of tense, very focused, and as you exhale, you relax, right? And you're not going to get super relaxed. The idea here is to get into what I call a state of calm intensity. So you're calm, you're relaxed, but you're very focused. Okay? So that's your homework for this lesson. Practice your breathing in and out of the nose, understanding that breathing in and out of the nose is going to help you take control of fear and stress. Okay? So give that a try. The more often you do it, the better you'll get at it. And in the next lesson, we're going to learn something called diaphragmatic breathing, which is going to be about helping to engage your diaphragm so that you can get more oxygen and more air in on each breath and use some of the benefits that you get from that. Okay? So I'll see you in the next lesson. Peace.